Excellent. Someone's got some gas. Anyway, welcome and hello to the Fully Loaded on a Thursday night. How are you all? So hopefully this stream is working. So as soon as you get in and start watching this, do let us know if it's streaming properly. It'll be awesome. In the meantime, though, let's do what we always do and go straight to the panel of retrobates and get them to say hello. So let's start with Dave, who am I? UK number 1. Would you like to say hello to everyone, buddy?
Hi, Bobby. Thanks for a wonderful hangout, and I'm sure we're going to have another one on Thursday night with Mr. and Mrs. B.
Excellent. Cheers. Maggie, would you like to say hello to everyone?
Evening all.
Sounds like a copper. Right, let's go across the subway.
Hello, everybody. Pull yourself up a good pint. Drink till you're fucking sick.
Cheers, Andy. And Kev, you're Miss Biker, would you like to say hello to everybody?
What's going on, people?
I'm not going to be tempted. Oh my word, someone else just popped in. So let's go across. Cheers, Kev. Gaz, would you like to say hello to everybody?
What's going on, people?
Excellent.
Listen, mate, you can't copy my intro because it's cool as fuck.
It's only cool when it's what's going on, people. That's when it's cool. Right, cheers, guys. Let's go across to Bobby. Would you like to say hello to everybody?
Hello.
Cheers, Bobby. We've also got someone else just popped in. Hopefully he's dressed. It's only Tosh. Would you like to say hello, everyone, Tosh?
Hello, people. How's everyone?
I don't know. It's been
You
a bit
sit in the dark room.
I thought that instead of wearing a helmet, the vlog, and go on here, I'd just sit in the dark.
Right, okay. Well, you're definitely in the dark, mate.
Just like a mushroom.
He's too tight to play his electric bill. That's his bloody trouble.
Yeah.
No, I'm a mushroom, mate. Just feed me full of shit. Keep me in the dark.
Feed you full of shit. Yeah, you mean like feed you some shit and keep you in the dark? Yeah, I know what you meant. And it looks like, just before we go on to the next bit, Richard Carl Biker has arrived.
I think Richard's in the middle of something at the moment. He's just jumped in just to get a place so it doesn't fill up. So he's going to come in about 2 minutes, he said.
Right, maybe I should read my Skype.
Well, there is only 9 of us.
Yeah, it's just okay because there was only 2 slots left, wasn't there? So, and the odds are they're going to go quite quick, aren't they? They usually do. So.
Does that mean I can go mute for an hour and a half and go play some games?
Yeah, and what I'll do is I'll boot you off and then jump back in when you're ready, mate.
I have no problem jumping out if somebody better than me wants to jump in.
Oh, who's better than you, Tosh?
You are, mate.
We're in dressing gowns.
Don't beat yourself up, Tosh. Don't beat yourself up.
No, not live on air.
Keith sold us down. Hey, Tosh. Keith sold us down the road Tuesday, mate.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah, we were second best, mate.
Oh, really? You're never second best, were you? You're always number
No.
book.
No. Members of the UK.
Yep, that's right.
Yep. We always come last, but we're quite happy coming last. Keith, I reckon.
That's what she said. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the Q&A quickly because we've got some viewers in to let us know what's going on.
Where is it? Hang on.
T-Biker was in first. Hi, T-Biker. Sorry, it's just Biker, isn't it? Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
But anyway, he said, evening all, stream working fine tonight for me. Smiley face.
Good.
Perfect.
Mm.
The trouble is, of course, I'm not going to be as funny as I was last week.
What, you're not going to be as funny as last week?
Yeah?
I doubt that, mate. I'm sure you can improve. Right, so also, 08 Ride says, awful stream, I've got Suffolk Andy in HD. Can you blur it a
Alright, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Andy, I love you, mate.
Love you too, Tosh.
Oh, nice one. Look at that.
There's a lot of love in the room.
It's got to be, isn't it?
Mrs. B's just got back from Ireland and passed me these. I'll be having some of those like a boss.
What are they? Dog biscuits?
Dog biscuits.
They're like little circles of heaven. That's what they are.
They are, Kev. You're quite right.
Did you?
I can't believe Tosh don't know what these are.
What are these?
No.
Wait,
My
can
wife
I?
loves them.
Yeah, go on, Bobby.
Can I have one of those?
Yeah.
Here, let me just reach into the bag here. Hold on. Thank you.
There you go, buddy.
Oh, these are so good.
They're awesome, aren't they? I'll tell you what, that trick never gets old.
No, teasing the wife, she wants some and she ain't got any.
Right. I'm not quite sure what you're on about there. We're talking about races.
Looks like Carmi's hitting somebody under the table.
God knows what they'll come up with. Right, let's just carry on with the Q&A a second, then while Calm sorts himself out, quite literally by the looks of it. And go to Cheshire Biker, and he says, hi Cheshire Biker. Hello everyone, vid stream okay tonight, smiley face. Oh, smiley facing going on. So cheers Cheshire Biker. Oh, and the legend Sergeant Markin says, Beast!
Sarge!
Now you two calm down.
Hi Sergeant.
There's just way too much love in the room.
There's a lot of love, there's a lot of smiley faces, it's all good.
You can't help but love Sergeant Markins, man. The guy's just awesome.
The guy's
Just-
a legend. On his yellow Kawasaki. Right,
He
now
made me hungry with his burgers the other day.
go on, sorry Gaz, what was that? You've got
Maybe
100 about his burgers.
Yeah.
My hero's joined. There he is.
There you go. I bet you didn't know that, Sergeant. You make Gazatron hungry when he watches your videos.
Hungry for love.
Won't go that far.
You never know, Sam, unless you've tried it.
And Sergeant just comes back and he says, looking good, fellas. Yeah, very good.
Thank you.
Yes.
And Sergeant, I think there might be still room for one if you want to jump in, although Keith's just popped online. So anyway, if you ever want to link, mate, you know where we are. Awesome. Right, now then, also, whilst we were doing all that, it only was Richard Carnbiker that popped in. I just thought he'd like to say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Excellent.
Is it me or is it really quiet on here tonight?
Quiet.
Yeah, it's because I'm on. They're all shut
No,
up.
I meant volume.
It's you.
It might be
follow for me.
earmuffs on, mate.
You, mate.
Your ears must be ringing, mate, from that long ride home.
You might be right. I didn't have earplugs.
No, that's not a good idea. On long ride. But anyway, let's not go there right now. Especially when you've got loud pipes and all that, saves lives. Okay, so we've done the panel run through. Everyone said hello. We've gone through the Q&A. It sounds like the stream's working tonight, so that's always good. So I think the next thing we need to do is do the good old news and topics. Oh, and just before I do that, I think Keith, the breakfast cereal king, is here. So Keith, would you just like to say hello before we go on to news and topics, buddy?
Hello.
Excellent.
Careful, Keith. We can see your helmet.
Helmet.
Yeah, did you know Carl got a small head?
Yeah, I've got a very small head.
That is a big helmet.
That's what they all say.
Right then, I'll just quickly go back to Q&A because Biz has just popped in and said, just say hello. Oh, sorry,
Hello.
just to say hello.
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 Hi, Biz. Great to have you on, buddy. Right then, we're going to flick on down to the panel. I'm going to get them to do their news and topics, and I'm going to reverse it, switch it around, mix it up tonight. So I'm going to go to Bobby first over in New York. Bobby, news and topics.
Wow. Let's see. News. I'm awesome. If you believe that one, I got a bridge I can sell you.
That's old news. Oh, and Bobby, sorry, Bobby, just let me slightly quickly interrupt. I'm going to carry some of the stuff over from last week. And last week your topic was why we ride. So if you want to keep that one for tonight, you can. Okay.
Absolutely. In fact, I was going to bring that up.
Awesome. Back to you, Bobby.
I was just going to bring up my dinner, but I'm keeping it down.
Yeah, things are good. Tomorrow I'm heading into New Jersey, and for you folks in the UK that doesn't mean much, but anybody in America watching is probably going, oh, why? Yeah, I'm doing an event for the weekend called Chiller Theater, and basically I'll be hanging out with a bunch of horror movie and television stars and WWE wrestlers and the like, and selling a bunch of my jewelry and yada yada yada. So if you guys are over in Jersey, come on by and check out Chiller Theater. It's going to be a lot of fun. As far as topics, I can come up with something off the top of my head, like, I wonder, why we as motorcyclists and bikers and motorcycle enthusiasts, why we ride. I know that's a brand new concept. We've never touched it before, but that's a good.
Sounds like a good subject.
There you go.
That's a good subject, Bobby. I've never thought of that one before, so I think we'll add that in tonight. Yeah, why we ride. Good subject. Excellent, mate. So we'll definitely have that one in tonight. Cheers, Bobby. So thanks for that, and let's now nip across, mix it up, and go to Kev, the infamous biker. News some topics, buddy. In the style of Calm Biker.
I've got no news or topics, unfortunately. Sorry.
That's okay, mate. That's
All
fine.
prepared.
All right, you've only had a week. Excellent. Cheers, buddy. Right, let's go now to something Andy. News and topics, buddy.
I think if you get the chance, boys and girls, go over to I think his name is Harley Man, and look at his vids on his takeoffs of us other vloggers. I think he's done Calm, Skeggy, me, a couple of 3 others, and he's done a brilliant job at it.
He's done what? He's done me.
Oh yes.
That's been very impressive. I didn't feel like
He's done a Calm. He's done his impression of you, Calm, today. Trust me, that's pretty damn good.
Oh, we've got to check that out.
He's hilarious. He's so funny.
I happen to be the first I happened to be the first victim. And then Skeggy was second, and 1 or 2 others. Yeah, they're pretty good. So if you get the chance, I think he's called Harley Man, but he's got some letters or numbers.
It's Harley Man 5521.
5521.
Is he in the challenge?
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Not anymore.
So go over to him and have a look at that. He's done a good job at taking the piss out of us vloggers. That's
I did record my impression of you, Mr. Suffolk Andy, the other day, but it'll be probably about a month before that goes up.
Oh, that's brilliant. Kev, if you know the channel name, mate, could you put it in one of the messages at the bottom of this vid, please, buddy, on YouTube?
I'm actually on his channel right now, so I'll just send the link.
Yeah, anyone put a link in the messages at the bottom of this, that'd be great. I'd love to see some of those. That sounds awesome.
He's done a good job, trust me. They're so funny.
Excellent. Right, we'll be checking that one out then. Nice one. So, Andy, you got any topics as well, buddy?
Yeah, has your style of vlogging changed since you started, basically?
Right.
Oh, and the other one is, why do we ride?
Oh, excellent, Andy. Excellent.
And the other thing is, has anybody tried the peony pads from Tuesday night yet? Have they got any from Harley Place? Colostomy bags.
Yeah, we'll have to bring that up again because obviously no one saw that that's watching as viewers. So yeah, the PP pack, we need to. I'll add that in. Actually, I'm making a note now.
I actually put it out on a vlog today. Actually, all about it, so everybody can go and get them first. They're coming out in America first, apparently. So I just want to ask, somebody like Bob, you be able to get hold of them if you can do a vlog wearing them, and showing us.
I watched your vlog, Andy. Did you see my comment?
Taking the piss out of my accent, mate.
Where's the North Sea?
Well, it's fucking on your north side, isn't it, you prat? What's the matter with you?
North, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in north.
I thought I had TH in it, not a bloody F.
That's something,
That's
on me.
No, that's a common misconception. I think it's actually a PH, and that's where people get confused.
That's because of all the sewage going in it.
Yeah, you can see it all in different strains. That's where people are emptying their colostomy bags and peony pads into them.
Right, well, we'll come back to colostomy bags and all that a bit later on.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a great idea that we came up with last week. Unfortunately, no one saw that, so we'll bring it in again tonight. So thanks for that, Suffolk Andy. Great, mate. Awesome job. Now let's go across to Gaztron.
No news, just kind of a topic, sensible one. Trailers on bikes. What's everyone's opinion on them?
Trailers on bikes? Interesting.
Is that watching trailers or?
Fucking trailers up.
The only reason I asked, the other day I was on the M62 and there was a quite small bike, like a Sportster, Harley Sportster size bike, and it had a trailer on it and it was bouncing all across the lane.
Oh Christ!
Oh, it was pulling the trailer.
What's that, the bike or the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing it was probably
That's both of them.
Good topic, mate. Good topic. Right, made a note, and we'll try and squeeze that in. I've got a few good ones, but it's definitely down there. It's definitely an interesting one as well. I know a few vloggers that use trailers. So there we go. Yeah, good question. So let's now go across to Keith. Any news and topics, buddy?
I've actually got a topic this time.
Wow.
Stands back in amazement, yeah. Quite apt to think. Bear in mind you're going to help me service my bike at the weekend. I just wondered what people's thoughts were on whether they prefer to use genuine parts or aftermarket parts when they come to servicing their bikes.
Good topic.
And what the pros and cons of using each.
That's a good subject.
I tell you what, I'm glad you went into detail. I was about to get annoyed. I thought you'd stolen my topic then.
Hang on a second. That's far too serious from you, Keith. What's going on here? Aftermarket part?
Yeah, no, I mean, also, what sort of prompted me to that subject, I saw Richard had posted a comment on Facebook about getting his bike serviced with the help of Todd the weekend.
Yeah, my topic.
Well, it's a sharing, caring world.
Not anymore, in wheeler dealing world.
So there you go.
Right.
Not often I come up with anything, but I thought I'd have a go this time.
Oh, excellent, Keith. So I think it only makes sense now to go to Richard and ask him if he's got
I have news and a topic. But my topic has been marginally hijacked by the shock man. I'll do the topic first. I was going to actually bring up servicing as well. Given that I've just done pretty much a full service on the bike with Toshi's assistance, down to spark plugs and what have you, and it cost me a total of 45 quid. Why the hell do we pay for people to service our bikes at 8 or 9 times that? That was my question on the topic.
Okay.
News though, news. as I've just there's only Kev knows about this so far. Everyone's been grumbling at me to sort out another Lincoln ride. Well, I'm not doing a Lincoln ride, but I've been out for a ride tonight. It's not our one. That's separate, Tosh.
Oh.
Unless you want to make it our one. But anyway, I'm thinking that on the 7th of June, 45 days away, to do the coffee and ice cream tour. Haven't quite worked out the route tonight. I nipped out for 20 minutes tonight thinking I'll go to the local biker cafe, and it was closed, so I just carried on.
Wrong one.
Well, I can say where I went. Only Tosh will know, but went out to Seaways Way, off up to Helmsley, Whitby, Scarborough, down the coast, all that kind of stuff. Some fantastic, cracking roads.
Thursday's Worley Cross.
Sorry?
Thursday's Worley Cross.
Okay. Either way, it would have been a 20-minute ride. It turned out it was a 3.5-hour ride. So 7th of June, going to be setting up a ride out, and anybody who's got a 125 or higher is going to be invited. I'll get the details out. I'll put a video out, and we'll put something on Motorbike Community as well, describing when and where exactly. But hopefully a few of you can make it. Kev has told me he's going to come along, so there's no excuses.
That sounds really...
Maybe for Bobby.
Yeah.
And me.
I might have a little bit of trouble riding across the Atlantic. Just a little.
Jet ski.
Yeah.
Well, was it 50-50, Bobby? 50-50?
Just about.
Sorry.
Got to get a jet ski with a trailer.
Oh.
So hopefully see a few of you on that one.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I'm interested in that as well.
It'll probably be, by the time we've sorted out the ride itself, it'll probably be around the 100-mile mark, I would have thought.
For a 125.
Yeah, about nearly 200 miles for me to get there in the first place. But yeah, it sounds good.
100 miles for a 125, right?
It's up to them if they choose to do it.
Such a mercenary, isn't he?
Yeah.
When's that? The 7th of June?
Yeah.
Awesome. I think I'll be available, I think.
Cool.
You better set off now, Keith.
Yeah, you gotta come and pick me up.
That's really rude. You could fall out with some people.
All I'll say is, Keith, is left at the roundabout and you'll be alright. Hey, Keith, you're doing the Motorbike Community Challenge. See if you can get up here only turning right.
Talking about roundabouts, I might be doing roundabouts in my next challenge. So stay tuned for that one.
Yeah. Do you know what? Well, just not to go too much off
topic
here, but I did think, the turning right challenge. Yeah, maybe you could do it on a roundabout, but don't forget it's got to be 5 minutes long. You'll fall off. A really big roundabout, but anyway.
Well, I'm good at falling off around roundabouts.
Well, yeah.
Like a boss.
Like a boss, yeah. Fall off like a boss. Excellent. Right, okay, nice one, Keith and Richard, for those topics. Let's now go across to Wiggy. Any news and topics, buddy?
Latest news, my wife's just gone to the cinema to see Avengers 2.
Damn it!
No, still looking for the right ZX12. I'm nearly there. Just waiting for a proposition on it. Top place, I know you've been covering the CBT debate for the last 3 or 4 weeks, but as I was saying Tuesday, my boys decided to stick with motorcycles. And, you've obviously covered this before, but the CBT that he took, obviously with a 50cc, was a scooter CBT and not a geared one. And I know this has probably been brought up, but I just cannot understand the loophole with the fact you can take the CVT and get a pass on a scooter, and then you're still legally able to go ahead and ride a geared motorcycle, geared 125. You know. Well, that's been probably covered, but that's just another point I'd bring up, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we did that. We talked a lot about that on the CBT debate that we was doing on Sundays.
Yeah.
Hopefully, law will change, and you know, you can't. I think it's disgusting that someone can take their test on a chicken chaser and then go and get on a geared bike and then win a crash.
I just see, as you probably know, I said to me boy, I said, if you're going to stick to bikes, which I'm happy about, I said the one thing you are going to go and do is going to go do your CBT again on a proper motorcycle rather than a scooter. And he's quite happy to do that, so happy days. He's going to do it with Cam Rider, so I mean they're reputable.
Yeah, that's good. Excellent. Cheers, Wiggy. So that only leaves 2 more. So who do we go for first? Let's go for Tosh because he looks well prepared.
Hello, Tosh. Right, you want news first? Do you want news?
Whatever you got, Tosh.
Right, news. Fingers crossed next Thursday. Everybody cross fingers because I might have a job next Thursday. Fingers crossed. Big interview next Thursday. Topics. Loud pipes save lives. Bloody true. It is so true, it's silly. That's the topic. There you go, that's my bit.
Right, okay, everyone's coming up with, have you all been in cahoots to come up with topics that are to do with motorbikes, and it's kind of what's going on?
We were making up for last week's as your hairstyle changed during your vlogging season.
Ah, dear. Right, excellent. Okay, nice one, Tosh. Great subject. I'll try to get through all of these, but we might well be carrying some over till next week. Let's now go to 5.
Hi, everybody. Well, I've got one sort of topic which is in the form of a question, and that is, why has Mr. B not started to populate his sticker board yet?
Okay.
And the news, I've had my result back from my MRI. I've got to have another one, which means that could be 6 to 8 weeks away. So it looks like I'm going to miss the new ride out that Carm's just been talking about, unfortunately.
That's pants.
Yeah, I know. But you've got to be safe to be sorry. It's all precaution. I'd rather not ride with the possibility of blacking out and causing somebody to hurt themselves or get myself hurt in any way whilst I'm on a ride out than risk it, you see. So although I believe everything's fine, your own brain doesn't allow you to see some problems sometimes. So you've got to take the doctor's advice. He says, no, you can't ride yet and you can't go back to work yet. So that's what I have to do, unfortunately.
But
good luck with that one, Dave.
Yeah, err on the side of caution obviously makes sense. I take it that since the incident, you've not really had any issues since, though.
No, I haven't had any. I haven't felt dizzy. I haven't stuttered. I haven't done anything. Obviously, if you look back at the hangout that I did about a week or 2 afterwards, you could see that I was much slower in my responses and in my thinking and everything. Now I'm far, far better. But that was because I had a broken skull and shoulder cervix. Yeah, there was definitely something caused it, but we don't quite know what. It might have been the change in medication I was on.
Right.
I've noticed a change in you, David. I think you've regressed to your childhood because you keep making these model with the Airfix kits again.
I've got to do something. I'm going crazy.
I know you have. I'm only teasing you.
I know, mate.
Absolutely. We won't talk about the fact that you get the beginning and end of Hangouts mixed up anyway.
Oh, that's just a play as well because
I know.
you don't make light of
Whatever.
it. I mean, just on what was it last week? I said thanks, Mr. B, for doing something. Hang on a minute, I've got to distinguish between Bobby and B this week because it'll sound like I was being proper.
Actually, you must be quite well focused to get it so wrong. Do you know what I mean? It's like someone that knows how to play the piano tries to play it wrong. You know, like Les Dawson. You know.
Les Dawson. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I am trying to exercise my brain as much as possible. I'm trying to use long words again, like I used to all the time. But I still get stuck on neurological. And I can't understand why I can't say that when I could before.
Yeah.
But it'll get there. It'll get there.
Yeah, it'll get better practice. I'll tell you what. I'll have to say though, talking about long words. My first few vlogs, because I've been a bit rusty. I'll tell you what. My longest word so far that I've used on my vlogs is. I'll tell you, I totally need to sort that out. I just, I don't normally watch my stuff, but I watched it back and I said to Mrs. P, that's bloody terrible. I'm just like, So I'm sorry about that, everyone. I'll need to fix that out, I tell you. But I'm aware of it now, so hopefully the ones that will come out later will be better. Right, cheers, Dave. So I'll quickly do my news. So yeah.
3, 2, 1, you're back in the room.
Hang on. 1, 2, 3.
Can I just ask a question? How long is that going to go on for?
I've just put a vlog out, or video, whatever you want to call it. I've got a new job. The other thing is that I'm looking for a new bike. So that's my news. No need to ask me what bike yet, because I don't know. I'm exploring the opportunities, but it will be a commuter bike, as mentioned in my vlog.
Yeah, you did no scooters, so Hondagram.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's about the right size.
If it's good enough for RJ, it's good enough for you.
Do you know, I have no idea. I don't get it. Why he got a Grom? I don't know why. Maybe he was paid £1 million to buy a Grom. I don't know why. Don't get that.
He clearly got a few bob, so I don't think a couple of grand that it cost for the Grom was a big dent in his pocket, to be honest, by the looks of things.
All the add-ons that he put on it, he could have bought 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I don't know. There must be a reason there somewhere. It's not.
He likes bikes.
Even with a big exhaust on it. My word. Anyway, yeah. So topics. I'm not going to do any topics because I think we've got plenty already. So we'll leave it there. Right. Let's go across to the Q&A and see what's going on there. Now we've got Devon Mellon. He says, "Hi people," smiley face.
Hi Devon.
Hi Devon. Good to see you back again.
Everyone's
And heard from you for ages.
Good old Steve, our frequent viewer. He says, "Evening."
Evening.
G'day, sport.
We might as well keep on the theme. Bimble Boy Blue says, "Evening all!" Exclamation mark.
Evening all.
Okay, so let's break it up a little bit. We've got Blue Ninja Rider. He says, "Hello all. Tosh, you look better with the lights off." He's not here for a reaction. We can always come back to that one, maybe. I'll pull it back out. Oh, excellent. It's all about the timing.
You've got to wonder how he knows that, haven't you?
Indeed. Oh, it's only Skeggy Cruiser saying, "How do, fellas? How are you diddling?"
Oh, Skeggy.
Diddling good. Cheers, Skeggy.
Won't you be able to get in, Skeggy? Nah, 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 nah.
And there's some sympathy from Dave. Okay.
He's a good one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come to Von Swartz in a minute. Big Kev, he says, "Good morning, chaps." Morning, Kev.
Morning.
Big Kev, the legend. And also Bex88. Hi, Bex. She says, "I will." Oh, there we go. This is in chat. Is it? I went with them for all my training. Weggy was actually down that way today at Wheels Mining. Can someone do that tumbleweed effect, please, or crickets?
Can I just ask?
There you go, Bobby.
Does Skeggy want to come in?
All right. Well, the question's out there, Tosh. We'll find out. Yeah. Oh.
Tumbling weed.
Let's move on. Right.
Well, he's come back and said I'm in his spot. Well, it's better than being behind your pipes. My word.
Oh God, eh? Blooming pipes. Right. Also, 08 Right says, how many people here had to even have any training at all when they first started on a 125cc gear bike or possibly 250cc? That's a good question, actually.
I have never
We'll run across the panel and we'll ask that to each panel member. 08 Right. Okay. So good question. So basically, I'll just reiterate that basically the question is, how many of you had any training when you first started on a bike, or did you have none at all? And I'm going to start with Bobby.
My first training on a bike was my uncle saying, here, this is what you do. You twist this, you squeeze this, you move this with your foot. You'll know exactly when to do it. All right, go. That was it. That was my training. Oh, and surprisingly, I didn't drop it, but I've never been on a 125. I took, a training class on a 250, which, of course, I've told you guys before. I had to sit on the pillion seat just to be able to fit on that damn bike. And, before that, no, just here's the bike, here's what you do, get on, go. That was it.
Excellent. And you're still here to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Excellent. So let's go across to Bobby. Let's go across to Gaz.
I did my first bit of training on a little mini moto on the local industrial estate. but no, my first actual proper training was CBT, just before my direct access. That's the first time I'd ever properly ridden a bike. So.
Right. Awesome. Nice one. Cheers, Gaz. Keith?
Yeah, similar to Gaz, first time I rode a bike was doing my CBT. And then straight after doing my CBT, then I bought myself a 125. So that was the first time I'd been on a geared bike anyway.
How long ago was that then, Keith?
Nearly 5 years ago.
Alrighty.
I've not been riding that long.
No, it's just that the question indicates to me that it's like asking about older riders and what it was like back then.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of you guys have been riding obviously a lot longer than I have. I mean, obviously in those days, you probably didn't need to do a CBT before you could get on the bike, but when I did it, it was obligatory, so I had no choice really.
Yeah.
In those days, the wheels were made of stone.
Absolutely. Okay, cheers, Keith. Let's go across to Kev.
I did the CBT about 10 years ago, something like that. Rode the 125 for a couple of years, then moved away from bikes, and then had to do another CBT when I started training about 18 months ago, 2 years ago.
Right, okay, that's a surprise. I didn't know that you were riding bikes 10 years ago. Sneaky.
Yeah.
But he was nicking them. He wasn't actually.
He was 5 at the time.
At least he was conscientious and did his CBT before he went out robbing.
Safety first.
He used to put bricks under the kickstand.
He always had full gear as well.
Yeah, all the gear, all the time when I'm robbing.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I wonder how many points he lost for not having all of his gear when he was showing it off.
Oh yeah, I didn't have my boots. Yeah, I didn't have my boots. A bit long. I can't be
Have
honest.
lost your points.
It took me ages to. We're not scoring points anyway. The guys who were running it, but it took me ages to shimmy it all in and out of the garage. It was like a right prat dancing around the garage with the garage door open. So.
What's changed?
Well, that's true, mate. Yeah.
He didn't lose any points from me anyway because I've already decided to give him 0 for every video.
He's ahead of the game already.
I like it when some new stuff comes out of some of the stuff. I didn't realise Kev was had thoughts of biking 10 years ago. That's really interesting. Cool.
I did. Yeah, I rode for about nearly 2 years. I rode I had a little EM125 import, a little Suzuki, and I loved it. But I joined I've been in the army about a year, and I deployed to Iraq, and my CBT expired while I was in Iraq, and I just never bothered renewing it. And then work and life and everything got in the way up until about 2 years ago when I started learning again.
Cool, that's brilliant. I like that. It's nice to hear stuff like that. Cool. Cheers, Kev. Let's go across to Richard then.
Gaz and Keith, snap.
Okay.
So what was that? Hang
On
on.
that, are you happy with that?
Gaz
Yeah.
and
Yeah, what, 18, 20 months ago or something? Well, no, it'll be 2 years ago now I did my CBT, roughly. Or a little bit less than 2 years ago. Then I did my DAS.
Right.
Haven't really got a choice nowadays, have we? In the UK.
Just quickly, Richard, while you're in the spotlight, did you ever look at bikes before that?
No.
No. Wow.
He was
Okay.
a thrill seeker with his planes, wasn't he?
Planes and cars. Brilliant. Okay, cheers.
It'll be trains next.
Transits.
Can you filter?
I can
It's
copy.
rather difficult.
Can try.
Third rail. Oh dear. All right, brilliant. Thanks for that, Richard. Let's go across then to something Andy.
Well, the first training I had was when I was at school. I rid the local bike there.
Bless her.
Go ahead.
Fucking hell, bullets there, boys, no bullets. Wiggy got it.
I got it as well. And it's not here.
No, in our days, as you know, you could just jump on a 250. But I always remember the first training I really seriously had. I went to pick my new bike up, and I said to the bloke, "Hey, do you ride it?" And that was it, really. That was me training.
I found a guy who bought your first bike.
So no, we never had no training. We weren't about, mate. You had to teach yourself, basically. So.
Yeah, a Beast Rider's had that picture up for a while now. I hope he's not trying to suggest that was his first bike.
I don't know. I'm not saying anything.
Okay. I don't believe you.
That looks about as quick as a Hayabusa.
Yes, Tosh. Talking to Tosh, actually, Tosh, it's your turn.
No, you got Wiggy next.
No, it's definitely you, Tosh.
No, go on, Tosh.
Well, years ago, when I was a little boy, no bigger than a grasshopper. It was 1968. It was a sunny day. Oh, sorry. Bikes. It was a Yamaha Fizzy 50, and I went about 20 feet and crashed into a wall.
Awesome.
They said, "You've passed."
So that was your training, was it?
Yeah, that was my training, because I bought my mate Derek's bike. He was his pride and joy. It was gorgeous. I went straight into a wall, and I had to fix it and pay for it, and that was my training.
Well, they say you learn by your mistakes.
Yeah, that wall didn't half hurt.
Right, so after you hit the wall, did you get any training after that, or did you just go on to pass your test?
Oh, no. How many years? 7, 8, 6. I only passed my test 6 years ago, but I've been riding since I was 15.
Wow!
14, 13, 14.
Another nugget, another golden nugget is
14.
out of the panel. I thought you'd been riding since you were 16, mate.
No, 14.
Oh, sorry, I mean like you passed your test when you were 17 type thing.
Oh, no. Back then it was, you drive around a square block, and a bloke comes out with a clipboard and says, "Emergency stop." But I didn't have the money to do it, so I just rode illegal for years.
Oh, that's brilliant. So you passed your test, what, 6 years ago?
I know he's driving trucks.
Eh?
So I said, so you actually
I know he's
passed your
driving
test
trucks.
6 years ago?
Yeah, but to be fair, he's planning on doing his truck driving licence in 20 years too, and then driving them legally.
No, I passed 6 years ago, and well, I figured it was time, and Tracy had some money, so we spent it.
Right. Okay. Brilliant.
What'd you buy?
What did I buy? My first bike? It was my CBR 600. First bike.
So, Tosh, how long have you been riding?
Legally, 6 years. Illegally,
Oh, okay.
a lot.
You don't have to disclose that whilst we're live, you know.
No,
It's not 6 years.
it's not 6 years.
It's more than that.
It's more than 6 years. She's counting.
Oh, it's a good job we got Tracy here, isn't it? Do you want to
Yeah,
put
so,
that out?
stick Tracy on
If it
it.
was 2006, it's 9 years.
It's 9 years, yeah.
Tosh, stick your wife on here, mate, instead. We'll get the proper details.
Right.
Women always remember dates.
They
Yeah, they do. They certainly do.
We're an upset there. So yeah, 9 years. God, that's gone quick.
Brilliant. Thanks, Tracy. Thanks for helping us out with trying to discover how long Tosh has been riding.
No problem.
Oh dear, excellent. All right, cheers, Tosh and Tracy. Let's go across then to Weggy.
Okay, well, going back to about 1981. About 81 time, a mate of mine at school, the same class as me, he purchased a BSA 250 Starfire. And I didn't learn to ride on that one because the gear lever was on the wrong side. And but what we decided to do was make we were 250, right? And we decided to strip it down, and down Bramford Road, just down the road from where Chaz lives, yeah, there's what was used to be known as the ballast pits. Andy will know this.
Yep.
Just near Uncle Tom's, yeah. And that's where we learned to ride. I mean, believe you me, we did obviously being a 250, and we were in sort of 15, and there was a few scrapes and tumbles. But that's where my mates and myself learned to ride geared motorcycles on an MZ. And then by 1982, we were up and running on the road. So yeah, and they were all AP50 fizzy by that sort of time. But as far as any sort of learning was concerned, yeah, it was all taught by ourselves.
Weggy, you must have your dates wrong, mate. There's no way you're that old.
I'm 49, mate.
Wow, what?
Yeah, seriously, 49. I'm 49, March the 29th.
Oh, shit, you look good for your age.
You only said your date so you can get some birthday cards off us lot. I'm glad I got a short memory.
Not as short as mine, mate.
Who said
Cheers.
that?
Yeah, cheers, Dave.
Anyway, welcome.
Still not short, Mr. B.
Nice one, Weggy. Nice one, mate. So thanks for that. Let's go across then to Dave.
Yeah, well, considering I'm the youngster of the group, it was I knew everything to start off with by watching my dad, because he's always had bikes, or always tried to have a bike during different periods of time. I mean, the first time I ever got on a bike, I was about 9, and that was on the back of the bike with my dad. I was 18 when I got my first bike, and I rode that around for a year before going in for my Part 1 training, because it was the year you had a 2-part test. And the Part 1 training was basically going around cones, which I think is what you'd have as a CBT now. And then the following year I passed my Part 2, which was like some of the other ones I've had. It was a bloke come out, he says, go around the block this way, go around the block that way, and passed my test during that. So since I've had a full license since '89, I think it is.
You're not that old either.
I am. I'm 47 now.
Christ, I thought you were about 25.
I was born in '84.
I thought you were
I was already a year into work at that time.
And clearly had a very hard paper round.
It was all uphill, Kev.
I was born in '83.
Well, yeah.
That was when you were born. That wasn't the question asked.
I was born in a hospital.
Yeah, I thought you was created.
Excellent. All right, cheers for that, Dave. I think that just leaves me now then. And for me, I'm a little bit old school as well. So I didn't really have any training, and I was riding when I was about 5 or 6 with my brother. and I had a rally runabout. That was a really painful bike to ride because it had no suspension.
Oh, awesome. They were brilliant.
I know, and I used to have to try and keep up with him, and because he did a lot of motocrossing, and I was trying to get into it, but all we could afford was this crappy old rally runabout. So I was chasing him around on this fucking chicken chaser with no suspension across all the mud tracks and everything else. I'll tell you what, that was a bone shaker. But then in terms of the test thing, I just remember that I had to ride around some cones and then basically ride around some roundabouts with some bloke watching with a clipboard in his hand, and then I passed, and that was it really. So yeah, no real training at all. It was all kind of self-taught. I just watched my brother basically, and that was it for me.
What was your first bike?
But there's a rally runabout.
No, after.
My first road legal bike was an AP50.
What colour?
Red.
Dark red.
Mine was red.
It
Mine was a red
yeah,
Honda H100A.
yeah, it was the candy red. You know, like the candy red AP50 was what I had.
Yeah.
Love that bike.
My colour.
There you go, Mr. B.
Yeah, that was it. But where's that picture that you read about? There it is, Beast Riders bike. Yeah, mine was slightly different configuration. It didn't have the leg guards. It was just like a naked frame, and the fuel tank sat on top of the crossbar. Well, whatever you want to call that, the bar that goes at the middle. But yeah, that's pretty much it, with no suspension at all.
They could do
Bit
it.
like that red one, Bobby, pretty much, yeah.
Brilliant.
But yeah, that was it. See, that one's got suspension, I think, but mine didn't. I was like, oh, it flipping hurt.
We need to do an iron butt on that.
Oh god, you don't want to do it on that. Top speed of about 45 miles an hour.
Really? That fast?
Yeah.
Christ, that would beat an AP50.
No, it wouldn't. My AP50 did 60 miles an hour. I skimmed the head on that and everything. Did the ball. I'll tell you. But there we go. And it sounded like a really angry wasp. But you know, those are the days of lying on the tank, trying to go as fast as you can.
Them were the days so many years ago.
I just wanted to add as well, Weggy mentioned it, and it brings back memories. We had a similar thing where I lived, where you could go to this field, and it seemed like random people. I mean, I was really young at the time, but you used to go to this field, and there was this random people with bikes. No, not dogging, mate. And, yeah, and it'd just be bikes there, and you could just like you pay them like 50p, and they'll let you ride around on these bikes, and it was just like awesome on a field.
It's quite like dogging, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've never been dogging before.
Bobby is now frantically going, "Ooh, Google dogging." Oh!
Well, do you know, years ago.
Oh no, let's not go into dogging.
No, seriously, right? When I first heard about dogging, I thought it was people going into car park, you know, like where they do lay-bys, shagging dogs.
Oh, for God's sake.
I think it is actually, Tosh.
No, why the
Tosh
fuck
is still doing it.
Actually, when I first heard it, I thought it was actually fighting dogs, but that's besides the point.
So Tosh, you thought it was people shagging dogs?
That's what
And
I thought.
how long did you partake before you realised? It took me 6 weeks before I realised.
Yeah, how long did you go, Tosh, before the authorities told you was doing the wrong thing, mate?
It took me 6 weeks to realise you put the interior light on.
What's better? What's better, Tosh, a poodle or a fucking Alsatian?
Oh.
Right, okay, let's move on. Let's go back to Q&A. Thanks for that, Tosh. Great question, mate. Great question. So I appreciate that. So now let's try and catch up where we are. Right, now I know Skeggy said something. Let's go. Where was it? Right, yeah, so Skeggy Cruiser says, Dave, you're in my spot, LOL. And also, let's go to, hang on a minute. People were now chatting the Q&As, like, ooh, what's going on? Right, yeah, Von Swart says, are we going to do a poo pants challenge?
Depends what curry I've eaten.
Well, yeah. Well, if the
Oh.
colostomy bags, it depends. But yeah. So thank you.
I like extremely grey.
I think we
That's
should
it.
call it the
Bobby's
gel
got
seat
it.
challenge.
It won't be called iron butt, will it? It'll be.
Oh.
Right. The Yorkshire Biker says, if you was buying a new bike, what price would be a cut-off point before it was too expensive? Right. We'll quickly run through the panel on this one. So go straight to Bobby. What's your price point for a new bike?
Oy, anything over 25,000 is too expensive.
Is too much.
Yeah, because I spent almost 22 on mine. So actually, it was just a little over 22 on mine. So yeah, 25. I don't think I would do it.
What's that? It's about 16k in the UK, I think.
Bike. What's the next one?
That's a lot of bike, actually.
Hmm.
Okay, Bobby, nice one. Gaz?
16.6.
Depends how much I want the bike.
Brand spanking new.
Oh, sorry, Gaz, is that your response?
Yep, that's it.
All right, so you're loaded then, basically.
No, I'll just do something stupid to get it.
Average about 10 grand, don't they?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, Keith, your price point for a new bike?
£5 grand.
£5.
Yeah.
Probably won't be new then.
It won't be new. It'd be new for me, but it wouldn't be
Yeah.
brand new.
Okay, excellent. Cheers, Keith. Kev?
If it was the right bike, I'd pay. It depends on the bike. It would. For me, it wouldn't be a figure. It would be what I think is reasonable for the bike. So it depends. You know, if I thought the H2R was worth it and I really wanted it, I'd save up and buy it. You know, it just depends on the bike. There wouldn't be a figure
Right.
as such, to be honest.
Okay, awesome. Cheers, Kev. Richard?
I'm pretty much the same, I think. The most I've spent on a bike is 6,000. The Kawasaki was £4 grand. I don't know whether I'd buy another new bike or not.
H2R.
But not the R, because you can't use it on the road, can you? But I can see myself spending 10k on a bike if it's the right bike.
Mm.
If the H2 comes up, I might even go a little bit higher than that.
Yeah. Okay, cheers, Richard. So, Andy.
I don't think I'd buy a new bike anyway, because I think they depreciate too much once you take them out of the showroom, same as a car. But I was looking at one today, £7.5 grand. It's all according how I feel at the time. If I got the pennies in my pocket and I get the smile off the missus, I'll buy it. But you know, it's all called how much money you've got and how much you're prepared to pay on it, really. It's as easy as that. If you've got a couple of grand to spend, buy a bike for a couple of grand. If you've got 20,000 to spend, you've got it, spend it. If that's what you want to spend your money on, because, you know, you don't live forever and you might as well enjoy yourself while you're alive. Yeah, get what you can. But don't some people overdo it sometimes. They take credit out and stuff like that, and then, you know, they're paying their credit long after the fun has gone.
Yeah. I think that's what I would only get a loan for as long as I wanted to pay a loan for, because you think to yourself, well, after a couple of years or 2-3 years, you probably want to change anyway. And the last thing you want to do is keep paying for a bike for another 2 years, and you're not really enjoying it anymore. So.
Well, you're saying that though, Keith. A lot of the like Kawasaki and people like that do a lot of naught finance, don't they, over like 2 or 3 years? And if you can afford it, you know, take that offer up. You know, that's good for you.
Yeah.
That's what I did with the Yamaha. I got that on 0% finance over 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm still paid for that one, but I've paid off the Kawasaki.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, isn't it, really? You might as well take advantage of it if they're going to offer it.
That my Harley that I bought was 5,000. I paid cash for that, and you know, I had it. So, you know, if I hadn't had 5,000, there's no way I'd have gone down there and took a loan out or anything like that. I just don't work that way, you know. I don't borrow money.
I went on the principle. I mean, the Kawasaki, I paid cash for that. The Yamaha, I went on the principle that it's 0%, so stick the money in an ISA, and make sure you can pay it off if you ever need to. But I might as well earn interest on it rather than
The trouble with that, you know, is
good idea.
yeah. The trouble with that is, you know, you've got to buy a new bike on 0% finance. How much does it depreciate when you take it at the garage? But saying that, I have had new bikes in the past, and there's nothing like riding down the road on a brand new bike. It's a lovely feeling. It really is.
I've never bought a bike.
First go at buying a bike, you know.
How much it's going to depreciate. I must admit, I've always bought a bike thinking how much I'm going to enjoy riding it.
Yeah, the H2 will probably depreciate very, very quickly, especially when people see what it costs to insure it.
Yeah.
That's put me off getting one.
They invented a new insurance group for it, though.
I don't know, but there was a thing on Visor Down where they're saying essentially it doesn't matter what details they put in, and there's only one company will insure it, and it's 5,700 and something a year.
Wow.
Which is insane. They're saying that they're just basically saying they're assuming it will get stolen.
Right.
And it's not exactly going to get ridden like Keith Wright is.
Well, I have to say, every
I don't know. I've seen
every video I've seen of it, I've watched a few. You see people get on it and they say, right, we'll just see what it can do, and they give it the tiniest twitch of the finger, and they all go whoosh, and they're all panicking when they get off. I think it might be rather rapid.
I think that's going to end up being Mr. B's new bike now that you said that.
Yeah,
I can feel a controversial video coming up, and I'm going to have a bloody rant about you lot.
Hey.
You've got a few months left to blow your top before my predictions come right.
You can always get Kev to do an apology video, anyways.
Yeah, there's always that. You know, you're always safe with that.
Yeah, another one.
I've not ever seen an apology video from Kev. Did you actually do one, and I missed it somehow?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
They had on the BSB last week at Brands Hatch, Ellison took a H2R around the track, didn't he?
Quick change of subject.
And he was saying it's just and this is obviously a British superbike rider, was saying that it was just ridiculous how powerful the bike is.
Everybody that's ridden it, all the media and everything, say that it's probably just a step too far for the road, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it is.
The H2R is more powerful than MotoGP bike, I believe.
What is it? 300 knob brake horsepower, isn't it?
The track version, yes. Somebody's dynoed one at 340, haven't they?
I mean, why?
And the road version, somebody's dynoed one at about 220, 230.
Bloody hell.
But even the H2R, even the track version, it can't compete in anything because it's supercharged. So why?
Yeah, what's the purpose? I don't get it.
It's because they can. It's I suppose it's the same as the Bugatti Veyron. They did that as a engineering challenge to say that we can do it, even though they lose something like $5 million on each one sold.
I mean, I'd compare it to something like the Enzo. Again, there's you're not going to race it because they're racing the lower stuff, aren't they? It's not good enough to race at the top classes. It's too good to race at the second classes. But it's just a case of saying it can be done. Look at it. And to be honest, I mean, you're either going to. I suppose in that way, it's more like a Pagani. You look at it and you're either going to love it or hate it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a technological thing. It's a Concorde, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to experience stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I don't think you'd own it as a day-to-day commuter.
I don't know. I think that would be funny. I can imagine the video. So, what do I take? Do I take the YVR 125?
Underground for the H2.
Oh, the H2, yeah. But presumably, RJ is going to be the first one we see with one, isn't he? When's he getting his H2?
Who's that?
RJ, Royal Jordanian. Come on, Kev. He's your best mate, isn't he? You must know.
Well, I was speaking to him the other day.
Not powerful enough.
Not loud enough.
Not loud enough.
That'll be the problem. Excellent. All right, let's quickly carry on then through this. Tosh, your budget on a new bike?
£1,275.
Right. Brilliant.
I thought the Blackbird was more than that.
The Blackbird was 1,300 plus shitloads of money chucked at it. But the
So
next
you
one,
said you overspent on that one.
oh, seriously, yeah. But the next one I buy is £1,275.
Excellent. All right. Cheers, Tosh.
He hasn't found the bike yet. He's set the budget.
That's the budget.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what it's going to cost.
Goes into his local Kawasaki dealer. I'll have the H2, please. I've got 1,000.
Sorry.
As an indicator.
That'll pay for the back tyre.
Brilliant. Thanks, Charles. And who am I, UK number one, Dave?
Yeah, it really is down to what you can afford to spend. With me at the moment, I can only afford second-hand bikes, so that's all I get. The last bike I got was £470. And
Nothing wrong with that, Dave. There's nothing wrong with that, mate.
If you shop around, you can get a lot of bike for your money.
that's right. The only thing that I've had to do with my bike is change the engine, but it had done 48,000 miles.
I love the way you say that in all seriousness. Yeah, the only thing I've had to do is like put a new engine in it.
So many fools and horses can't manage it.
And
This brand has
swing
gone
arm.
14 years.
So engine, frame, swing arm, mirrors, wheels, exhaust. Anything else though? Battery.
No, but it is a 20-year-old bike.
It's okay, man.
Technically, it
It's
isn't.
got 14 years. It's only had 2 handles and 5 handles and 2 heads.
Right, yeah. But that's a point. When you are servicing or changing parts on your bike, when does it no longer become the bike that you bought?
When you change the frame.
When you put a new engine in it.
Like your bike, mate.
Because I mean, if you change an engine and you change the front forks, and then you change the petrol tank, change the seat, change the tires, change the swing arm, change the chain, the sprocket. When does it is it just the frame that becomes the new bike?
Just the frame.
I think what it basically is, right, Dave, is now you've got a rat bike.
Start calling him Del Boy.
I thought the chain was the bit you hadn't changed yet.
Oh no! I changed that ages ago. It's a lovely one, that was.
He changed that
Oh,
five
Cost a
years
quarter,
ago.
it cost a quarter the cost of the bike.
Yeah.
But no, to be fair, I'd had the bike 5 or 6 years, and then this engine started to go. And when I looked into the price of getting it taken apart, finding out the problem, fixing it, putting it back together, compared to the cost of a second-hand engine, it was just put a second-hand engine in.
Yeah.
May I ask how much the engine was to replace?
Yeah, £149 from Scotland.
Does that include oil?
No, I put my own oil in it.
Okay. Brilliant. And I'm conscious of the time. We've got loads of stuff to get through, so I'm just going to quickly say my budget, kind of like some of the other guys have been saying. I mean, in my head, I don't really want to spend any more than 10,000 on a new bike, off the showroom. But we'll see. But that would be kind of my budget, but it all depends. And I had new bikes before. My black Stealth Hayabusa was brand new. Because I totally wanted, they were really rare at the time, and well, they still are. But I saw one that still in the showroom, was a black Stealth Hayabusa, so I went and bought it, and I nipped a police officer to the post who was also considering it, but I said, right, I'm having it now. So there we go. So yeah, about 10k for me. So that's brilliant. So thanks for that question, Yorkshire Biker, who is now joined also. There he is. Thanks for that.
You can answer his own question.
Yeah, now you can answer your own question.
Well, bike I've just bought cost just shy of £4,500. But obviously a bigger bike's more expensive. I think the most I'd probably pay is about 11, 12 grand.
Yeah.
Have you passed your test, have you, mate?
No.
But you bought a big bike?
No, it's another 125.
You spent £4,500 on a 125. What is it? Fucking gold plated.
R125, something like that.
It
I
better
was going to
be
get a bigger
a
bike, but
Valero.
it's after thinking about it, paying to do a test and then in another 2 years paying to do another test and get a different bike. It's just a bit expensive, so I've just bought this one. For now.
Sorry, it's a bit expensive, says the man who's just spent £4,500 on a 125.
I think what it means is he's got a bike to last him until he does his desk.
It's got to be one of those little R125s, then one of those little Yamahas. That's the only thing I can think of that's that much.
Valero. Bet you it's
Hayabusa with a 125 engine.
I didn't know 125s could get that expensive. What on earth have you bought?
Neither did I till I went into the shop.
He did. He had a good deal with him though. It started at £3,000.
Well, that's why I went for 100 when I went looking for my bike, because everybody wanted 125s, obviously. So they put the prices up on those, and I had a 100, which was only 25cc less, and kept up with them.
What you should have done, Yorkshire Biker, is gone with Tosh. He can get you any bike you like, £1,275.
You might have to change the barrel though on the lock.
What about a new engine?
£1,275.
And no pence.
Unfortunately, new chain, best go by yourself.
Can I, Yorkshire Bikes? I can't believe that there is a 125 that costs 4,000 plus. Are you allowed to tell me what it is? Because I just can't believe that it's a bike that expensive.
You'll know tomorrow, so.
Okay, no worries, mate.
It's got to be an
It's brand new. It's brand new. The only two bikes that I can think of, the only two 125s that are over £4,000 that I can think of is the Yamaha YZF 125, whatever it's called, the little mini R6.
Yeah.
Or the Aprilia 125, the new RS 125. They're the only ones I can think of that are over £4,000.
That's the SP 125, isn't it?
I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember. It's like a little mini RSV4.
How can you be in charge of a motorbike community and not know the bikes?
Whoa! I only wrote the website.
It's motorbikecommunity.com, not motorbikeexpert.com. in
you know, you're speaking to the wrong person here. I've got an 18-month-old bike that's have to have 4 fucking wiring looms.
Yeah, he bought an Aprilia, for God's sake. Right, anyway.
How much is the MT 125? Is that £4,500?
That's 4,200.
Try the Valedero.
3,900 the MT 125.
Rich,
Does
does
it include plates and stuff?
CBR 125 that much?
I don't know. I reckon it's R125. That's 4,350. So if you do a really bad deal, you'll probably get it for £4,500.
Yeah, but don't forget you've got to add on to that your plates, duties, your tax, and your delivery charge to get it.
No, bikers are usually on the road, aren't they?
Pretty sure that's on the road because new bikes tend to. I think they have to give you on the road prices, don't they?
Rich,
Right,
look at Valedero.
Let's leave it there because obviously, Guy wants to have a big reveal, so let's not do the Cluso thing and.
Ethan, how much did you say it was, mate?
It's a Honda.
4,500.
£1,275.
Is it the Forza 125?
It's an Aprilia. It's an RS4 125.
Don't make me play the Let It Go song.
Hang on, Kev. It can't be that. He's getting rid of his scooter, isn't he?
I've already got rid of it.
Get to work. He can't have an Aprilia.
Well, downgrade, would you?
They'd have charged the scooter away.
If you have brought the Aprilia, just keep it out the rain.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm telling you,
And the sun.
Valedero.
And the sun, and the cold, and the wind,
Don't connect the battery. Don't connect
and the dry. If it's too dry, it doesn't like it.
No wind.
Does it
no
like being kept in
stillness.
shed?
Right, okay, let's move on. That's Richard's favourite song, by the way. Right, Okay, let's get back to the Q&A. It's going crazy. I can't even get the context from Bex. I'm searching, but I'm just going to select it anyway. She said, "Calm Rider." That is. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Cam Rider. Anyone?
It was the people that she learnt to drive, ride with.
Cricket noise, please.
Can somebody tell me how much a bloody Valadero costs? Because I can't find it.
£1,275 to you.
Yes. Get in there with the sound effects. Excellent. So yeah, Bex kind of lost the context on that one. Sorry, darling, but yeah.
I think it's the training school that she was talking about earlier on.
Is Cam Rider?
I think it's the training school she was talking about.
Okay. Right. Excellent. Cheers for that. Oh, Count Motorhead's just jumped in with first.
I'm disappointed in Count Motorhead. I made a genuine offer to him the other day, and he's not taken me up on it.
Oh no! Do you want? Was it dogging?
No, it was a genuine offer. We were talking about translators, and he said he'd love someone to translate one of his vlogs. I said, send me the video, and I'll do the translation. Little man in the corner, like for the blind and everything. He's not taking me up on the offer. I'm disappointed.
Maybe just because he hasn't done his vlog yet.
Oh my
God! Got me up on the offer, and I didn't understand what he said.
Do you know what, Richard? That is just such genius. I've never ever seen a motovlog with someone in the bottom corner going.
I was going to translate it to English, to be fair. I don't know sign language. I was going to use English.
Awesome. Do you? Do you really do it, Richard?
Do I really what?
Do sign language?
No.
Oh.
But I do English.
Okay.
I do sign language.
I don't do English.
Surely you'd fall off your bike if you'd done sign language while doing the vlog. Looking in front of your camera, you know, giving it all this.
Yeah. You're like,
laugh. We said sign language, not milking a cow.
Oh, brilliant. Oh my God. Oh, what would I pay to watch a vlog? The little bloke in the corner going.
It might be an idea for two people, because you could have something really, really funny where somebody says something in one, and the other person then pops up to the corner of the screen and says what he thinks the person actually meant. That could be hilarious.
I'll tell you what, though, we won't be hiring that world famous signer that they got for what event was it? Yes, Mandela. Oh my word, we won't hire him because that would be just gibberish. Excellent, right. Okay, Sergeant Markin says, I would love to slide in when you have room for my 2 inches. As soon as there's room, buddy, you can slide in any time. Might want to retract that and maybe word it slightly differently, but anyway, you know what I mean.
Tosh will let him slide in, he's into dogging.
Indeed. So right, yeah, Bex88 come back and says, yeah, Weggy said about his son doing training through Cam Rider. Okay, thank you for clearing that one up, Bex. Oh, Von Swap says night all. He's off for an early night. So thanks for tuning in anyway.
See you, Von, when you watch this back again.
We know what he's doing. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
I've got one. Yorkshire Biker, can you read this one out? I can't quite make out what this says.
Which one?
The one I selected now, some Q&A, mate. Can you just read that one out for us?
There it is.
Do you want me to read it for him?
No,
I can't get it. I'll try next week.
I can't get it.
Can't get it. I'll try next week.
Well, you're with the right company of men, because we've all got experience, son. If there's a sexual problem going on, boy, just talk to me on privately, and I'll help you right with it. Don't you worry.
We'll do a special hangout with you.
Yeah, father and son talk. I'll sit you on my lap, and we'll get through it.
Just you, him, and a few hundred people watching.
Exactly. Yeah. So the Yorkshire Biker 93. Could you just confirm when you read that out? What was it you said again?
I can't get in. I'll try next week.
Okay.
Bye.
But I'm in now, so it
Wait,
doesn't matter.
Oh, you're in now. Okay, well, that's brilliant. Thank you, buddy.
Hang on a minute. Is it next week now? Have I missed Bobby's?
No, no.
Do you know, the weird thing is, I keep saying that to the wife, and it just never happens.
What?
Sorry.
That's all right, mate. I'm just waiting for somebody to come flying across the room and hitting you in the head. I was trying to capture it.
You should have seen the look I got.
Oh, we all love Tracy's looks. If looks could kill, Tracy has them all.
If looks could kill, she would be the Terminator. Right, I'm going because I've got to go to bed. I need my beauty sleep.
You off?
Not working.
Yeah, I'm at work at 6 in the morning.
Well, if you're buggering off, say goodbye to the viewers then, Tosh.
Yeah, I'm going.
You can't just leave.
Calm down. Just calm down.
Let it go.
Let it go. Just
Let it go.
Right, good night, viewers. Thank you very much for turning up and seeing all this ugly mutt here. Apart from Bobby, of course, he's just gorgeous. So I'll see you all next week. See you later, guys. Ride safe. Ride your wife and.
Yeah, Tosh.
See you, Tosh.
See you,
Tosh, boy.
See you later, mate.
Oh, let him go. Oh, brilliant.
There's more one now.
Right, there's room available. So if you're watching right now, like someone like Skeggy or Sergeant, you can jump in if you're quick enough. Okay. Let's go to Skeggy. Actually, talking to Skeggy, he says, "You're okay, Tosh. I'm pretty busy anyway, bud. I might jump in." This is a private conversation. I might jump in if a place comes empty, but don't leave for me. Oh my word!
Oh, that's lovely.
That's how long ago he
That's
said
quite
that.
poetic, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, bless him. Okay, let's go to Blue Ninja Rider next then. He says, no training here. VSA Bantam. Ooh, my brother had one of those. 175 at 12. Yamaha Fizzy. Oh, he's a Fizzy crew. Should have been 1850 at 16. Then a Kawasaki KH 250 at 17. Awesome. Great selection of bikes there, buddy. Loving your work. Also, 08 Ride says, I had a Honda XL 100 in 1983 and some other 100cc Honda in 1990 for a year while at uni. No official training required then. Yep, that was in the days when, so I hear, that you didn't need any official training. And you probably didn't need any anyway, you just kind of learned as you went along. Or hit a brick wall, like Tosh did, and that kind of helped the process. Excellent. Oh my word, we've cleared down Q&A. Oh, topics, right. What should we...
I think, actually, with regards to the bike, I kind of blew my own cover. I think it was today or yesterday. I posted a picture of it on the wrong Facebook page, so...
Brilliant.
Practically everybody knows now. I meant to post it on my dad's, but it went on the wrong one. So yeah, it's a YZF125.
Uh,
There you go.
But there'll still be people that don't know, so they'll still be having a video done about it.
yeah, no one will know. You've posted it on Facebook. It never gets shared.
Nobody goes on there.
Well, I don't because they keep deleting me. Anyway, that's a vlog coming soon. Anyway.
Just shows you, doesn't it? There's no substitute for being thick.
Just say how it is, Kev. How it is. But brilliant stuff. So now then, we have a load of topics. Now, where do I start? We had so many good stuff.
Bobby's.
Yeah, okay. Let's do Bobby's. Bobby's question was, why do we ride? Okay, and we are still talking about motorbikes. Thank you, Bobby. And if you don't mind, Bobby, I like the originator, the source of the question, to start this off to explain or embellish on anything they may have missed out in their original question. So, over to you, Bobby.
The way I look at it, we've got a whole bunch of people who, forego the cover and protection of the cages to put themselves on two-wheeled vehicles, totally exposed, riding traffic, just like, being road maniacs.
Oh, you got a bit of echo there, mate.
Oh, Wait. There we go. Is that better? Nope.
He's sadly not too. Go on, keep talking.
Not me, I'm muting myself.
I started wondering why people would do that. Why would you throw yourself onto a two-wheel with zero protection, with the exception of the helmet and whatever you happen to be wearing? Because when you think about it as a rational thing, it might not make sense to look at it in that direction. Hence the question: why do you ride? So, I mean, if you want, I can give you my answer.
No, if you don't want to, mate, you want to hold on to that, then that's fine. And you are getting a bit washed out by sound for some reason. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, echo.
So what we'll do is we'll go to someone that's not muted himself and disappeared. So let's go to the Yorkshire Biker. Why do you ride?
I'd say for the thrill, but 125s have no thrill, so.
They do. I used to love riding my 125. I used to have loads of fun on it. Even had sex on it once.
Well,
On your
True
own
story.
or with a friend?
Both.
Them exhaust pipes are the right size for an open pencil, aren't they?
No, they were a bit wide, but you know.
Was she a fat bird?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, right. Nothing like a fat bird on the back of a bike.
Have you watch Red Renner's latest video? She was fisting Spicy 110's motorbike.
Okay, right. So sorry.
Let's swiftly move on from that one.
Let's go back to the Yorkshire Biker and talk about why he rides a motorbike.
So why did you pick Spicy 110?
No, she was on a ride out and they were seeing how many fingers they could get in the exhaust pipes.
Brilliant. So I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll write that down and talk about why Spicy has put fingers in his exhaust pipe maybe next week. So let's go back to why we ride in Yorkshire Biker. Please don't tell me it's anything to do with exhaust.
I've never ridden the Yorkshire Biker.
I've never ridden the Yorkshire Biker.
I've never ridden the Yorkshire Biker.
He's a bit young.
Is that a question?
Ride the Yorkshire Biker. I'll ride out.
You'll go too slow, Keith.
Some people like it.
Yeah.
No wonder if I ever finish with Keith, and he.
This is a Bobby's hangout subject.
So over to you. Whenever you're ready, Yorkshire Biker.
Yeah. I mean, I've grown up around bikes because my dad and all his mates have had them, so it's sort of just come to me anyway. I don't know, I just like the enjoyment factor of it. It just gets you out, and I don't like cars, so I didn't really have a particular reason. I just ended up doing it.
It's in the blood, is it, son?
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
Okay, excellent. Oh, and I think Sergeant Markins has just joined the panel.
Afternoon, Sarge.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Was this an Elvis impression? Anyway, welcome, Sergeant. We're just talking about why we ride, and I'll be nipping across the panel and getting to respond. So let's go to Dave. Why do you ride?
For me, it's a thrill in the acceleration. I've always enjoyed acceleration. And you don't get them from a car that I can afford. And apart from that, I got the bug from my mum and dad because Dad's always tried to have them in the past, ever since he was a kid. And I just enjoyed the wind in my hair when I had it. Even I used to have long hair right down the middle of my back, and I used to enjoy the wind in that. The feel of it, the feel of the acceleration, the wind on your chest, all that kind of thing. It was just a great feeling.
Excellent. Okay, Tuesday. I am going to speed through this as well, guys. So try and make it succinct because we're running low on time and there's lots of shit going on. So it's all good.
I'm only a few moments into it. I've got another 28 minutes to tell you.
Thanks for that, Dave. Thanks for coming by. Right, let's go. Okay, let's go across the subject, Andy. Why'd you ride?
Well, when I was about 14, there was a guy I knew who had I think they used to call him a 250 Honda Dream. And one day he said to me, "Do you want to ride home from somewhere?" It was about half a mile, that's all it was. I got on the back of this bike and he took me the half a mile, and when I got off it, I was hooked. That was it. I knew I had to have a bike, and as soon as I got old enough, I got one, and I've had one ever since. So it was just that first sort of half-mile ride on that bloody 250 Honda when I was 14, just instantly hooked me, and that was it. I had to ride, and that's it. I've never looked back.
Yeah. Brilliant, Andy. Nice one. Sergeant, over to you. Why do you ride, buddy?
Why not? Well, I mean, and why do people drive? Why do people ride bicycles? Why
do people drive? I don't know.
I know. The motorcycle and the bicycle are the simplest forms of transportation, and I love them both. It saves on fuel, saves on everything. And plus, if you don't want to, you don't have to take your woman with you.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's my time.
That seat cowl on, it's all good.
I'm not sure about the fuel thing though, because I go through a shed load of it.
Really?
Yeah.
On your scooter?
Well, I'm always on it.
Okay, excellent. Right, I do need to spin this up. So, Richard, why do you ride, buddy?
Something to do.
You have ridden to work before, haven't you, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get to work.
There we go. Richard. Alright, Kev, why do you
Sometimes
ride?
I drive a car.
Oh, sorry, Richard, back to you, sorry.
I do drive a car as well, but I need to go to the shops.
Yeah,
you can't get like 10 carrier bags on the back of the bike.
That's it.
Without really trying. And I cycle as well. And walk. Sometimes I run a bit.
We'll stop before you get to your toilet habits. And
sometimes I scoot along the ground on my arse.
Do you hop on a Sunday?
I am a Seventh-day Advent hoppist, yes.
Let's go across the Kev. Cheers, Richard. Kev, why do you ride?
Because it's fun, because bikes are cool as fuck, and because they make women squelch.
Is that if you hit them head on?
You can almost hear them, you go past those kids.
The only thing I can say about women when I'm riding past is it makes them want to punch you in the face.
Well, I thought they just swung the handbag at you.
That's the only reaction I've had is a quick crack in the helmet.
Excellent. Okay, thanks, Kev. Let's go to Keith. Why'd you ride?
Anytime.
I was getting divorced, and it was an opportunity to do something different. So, and a guy at work was riding bikes, so I just kind of got talking to him really. So I thought, why not? And I gave it a go. That was it. Simple as that.
Wow. Do you know what? That is the first time I've ever heard anyone say, "Why'd you ride?" And they say, "Well, it's to get a divorce, really."
No, I was getting a divorce, so I thought it was an opportunity to do something completely different. That if I was still married, I would never have had the opportunity to do before. So I just went for it.
Wow, that's brilliant, man. I'm glad you got divorced because we would have done otherwise, I guess.
Well, I'm glad I got divorced, although it cost me a lot of money.
Is that why you wanted a car after the divorce, but you could only afford a bike?
Yeah. I had to give the car away as part of the divorce.
2 wheels each, and you said I'll have an SP.
Yeah.
For the ex-wife charity, I guess.
Yeah.
Excellent. Cheers, Keith. All right, let's go to Gaz then. Why'd you ride, buddy?
Always been a bit of a speed freak. Mostly in cars. Put off getting a bike through fear of getting killing myself. And a couple of my closest mates, they've got their bike licenses and they're always going off on the weekends and stuff, and I just left behind. So I just thought I'd get it done. I think I've only ridden with my mates a couple of times now. It's army life, being away from home and stuff. Just and not looked back since, really.
Okay. Excellent. Good.
Until you crashed.
Until I crashed. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, have you got your bike back yet?
No. Parts aren't back. Parts aren't due to the shop until tomorrow.
Jeez.
So it'll probably take about 5 months to fix it.
I'll bring it along to us, lot, mate. We'll sort it out for you. We'll get the parts.
Yeah.
I've got a hammer.
Yeah. And Tosh got this really great compressor giving lots of air out as well. So it's fine.
I don't think the tyre's going to take much air at the minute.
All right, cheers, guys. Let's go to Bobby then. Why'd you buddy?
Wow. Growing up, bikes were everywhere. Like anywhere I looked, there were bikes going up and down my street. There were guys working on their bikes, around the corner from me. There was Evel Knievel on the television. I always thought the bikes were really cool. When you're young, they go by really fast, and you see them leaning into the turns. You're like, I want to do that. But then I got older, and I started actually riding, and I realized it's therapy. I get on the bike, I put on my helmet, I am alone with my thoughts, and still connected to absolutely everything around me in a way that I could never be in a car. So it just makes sense. Why pay thousands of dollars on therapists when you can just jump on a bike, go, and just come back happy? There you go.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant, mate. And I can only really air what Bobby's just said, actually. I started riding because my brother did, but then when I suddenly quickly realised that, it's you and the machine and 2 strips of rubber and fun. And Mrs. B will vouch for this, that if I'm feeling like crappy or I'm in a bad mood, she goes, do you know what? Just go out on the bike. I'll look after the kids. Go out on the bike and sort it out. And every time I do, it's exactly what you're saying, Bobby. It's just you, your thoughts, and your bike, and it's bloody awesome. And that's why I ride, because it's just man and machine. And obviously I don't want to be gender specific, but it's a human and a machine, and it's just you two, and you're in unison together, working your way, making progress down the road in your own thoughts. And I'll tell you what, it is awesome. So and I love that. I love that about it, and so yeah, that's why I ride, because it's just bloody awesome, and it makes me feel good. So there we go. That's why I ride. Motherfuckers. Right, excellent. Okay, now Mrs. B's slipped in. Do you want me to go to Q&A first? Right, just quickly go to Q&A. Right, so Big Kev says, bye guys, ride safe, mate. Ride invisible. That's right.
See you, Kev.
Ride invisible.
Hey, Kevin.
And also, Blue Ninja Rider says, why do we ride? Because we can, and it's the best feeling in the world.
I'll second that.
Yep, I'll second that as well. Excellent, mate. Yep, and that's why we ride. Okay, I'm going to come to John in a moment. Geggy Cruiser says, oh, I know the answer to the helmet in the Law UK question. Brilliant.
Which is John's question.
Which is John's question.
So we'll come to in a minute.
Yeah, so that's excellent. So I'll keep you in suspense there, Skeggy. And who am I? Why am I answering questions to people that are in the panel? He also knows the question. So shall we just get it out of the way? Let's get it out of the way then. Right, okay, so John says... so let's go for this. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. John C. says, one for the panel, no cheating. What year did wearing a crash helmet become law in the UK?
1973.
Really?
I don't know, it's a guess.
Alright, so that's a random answer from Mrs. B, 1973. I don't know, I'm going to do a stab in the dark at 1968.
No, I think it was later than that, Andy.
Was it?
Yeah. I don't think when I passed my test, you didn't need a crash helmet. That was 73.
2014.
No,
If it wasn't, I've made some serious errors.
Anyone?
76.
Yeah, it's got to be around that time.
Really? Mid-70s.
I'm going to go with 1972.
20th century.
69.
Narrow that down a bit, Gaz.
The second half.
Oh, what an answer. Awesome. What about Google expert Bobby?
Who, me? It's you know what? I'm gonna go way off, and I'm gonna say 1988.
I've just Googled it. I know the answer now.
Oh, brilliant.
Say or
What is
Well, I
it?
think, yeah, go on. I think the answer, I'll just quickly say, I think in answer to John C, for short, no one on the panel instantly knew.
I did.
So,
I did.
I did.
well, why don't you say something then?
Look, I guessed it
Quiet
right.
so everybody else can have a go.
I guessed it right.
Oh, well done, Mrs. B. Did you not Google it?
No.
Okay.
no, you guessed it right if you haven't Googled it.
Because I'm fucking awesome, you cheeky twat.
Damn.
How rude.
That
you
pretty
then,
much says it. So, yeah, I mean, does anyone want to say what the answer is now?
No, fuck's sake, tell us.
73.
1973.
Oh, there you go. I was
What
right.
month?
There we go. So, great question, John C. 1973.
I was nearly a month old when that started, and I don't remember wearing a helmet.
I actually always wore a helmet.
I wasn't even this yet. Jeez.
I tell you what, just to quickly throw it out there, I'm guessing it's still true. Is it still true that Sikhs can ride a bike
Yes.
without a crash helmet?
As
As long
long
as they're wearing a turban, yes.
Yeah,
I
obviously.
saw
Bloody
that.
urged. It would be. Oh, right.
I mean,
Okay. I was just wondered.
It's
Well,
stupid. I mean, if you were to have a crash with a helmet, your first hit at the head is going to be the hardest, yes, but you're still going to bounce on the floor with your head 2 or 3 times. With a turban, you hit your head on the floor, all that extra padding will cushion you, but then it flies off, and your head hits on the floor for the next 2 or 3 times, so you still do damage.
Yeah, I don't think actually. I understand where you're coming from there, but it was just a random question. But I'm sure most Sikhs that ride bikes would rather have a crash helmet than a turban.
Thank God.
Not the one round by me.
Wouldn't you
Okay,
have to have
well-
a really, really big helmet?
Richard.
Have to be like that big head on the BSB.
No, I'm being completely serious. The Sikhs, they're not allowed to take the turban off, so...
Exactly, and that's
So
why
they would-
they're allowed to wear them.
Okay.
Or they could get like a really, really, really long turban, wrap a helmet in it, and just wear a helmet all the time.
Yeah. Okay. So let's move on from there. Then.
Put a turban on, paint a red stripe over the top.
But yeah.
Times that the Sikh community should be able to come up with exceptions to certain rules by now, and to say, okay, if you want to ride a motorbike, wear a helmet, because it'll save your life.
Well, this is it. I mean, I would guess most people value their lives, and if they want to stay alive, then they need to wear a crash helmet. But if you want to take a risk and wear a turban, that's entirely up to you. So
I don't buy that at all. If you're religious, you're deeply religious, and you believe that when you die, you go to a better place, why would you wear a helmet?
God. Richard, I'm not going there.
I've got a question, everybody, and we're almost out of time.
Come on, then, do you want to shift in or not? Because at the moment you're like a voice in the back of the room.
I know.
Shall I zoom out?
Are you trying to sound fat?
No, I'm not trying to say fat.
Any more fucking Vicar of Dibley comments, and I'm going to have your kneecaps, you bunch
I
of
was just
bastards.
trying to remember who that was.
Vicar of Dibley was the morbidly obese female who's about 5 foot. No, she wasn't even 5 foot, was she?
I thought she was cute.
I was trying to remember the name, and I knew who it was because that was the one who brought it up last week.
All right. Anyway, yeah. So probably won't go down too well because associating a morbidly obese female with Mrs. B is probably not going to go down next time.
I think
we meet
Mrs.
each other.
B looks like Cleopatra.
There you go.
Old.
Andy's on the right track, I think.
Yeah, you
Right,
look
anyway,
like
your question.
Cleopatra. Lovely.
Anyway, my question. I did my first full day of DAS training yesterday.
Woo!
Did you pass?
Today, I am in so much pain.
That was definitely
We don't need to know the rest.
It was a delay. I don't know
What
what
is the timing?
I don't know what happened. It was a delay.
Today I'm in a lot of pain all over because I was very tense when I was riding. But I've actually got bruises on my foot from where my tendons have stretched, and it's really, really bad. My foot really hurts. On my gear selector foot, my left foot. And the gear selector on the bike that I'm using is quite clunky. So consequently, what I'm doing is putting my heel further forward, so I've got more of a lever to knock the gears up, so as I'm not missing them, and which I did quite a few times yesterday. And I'm going out again tomorrow. So any hints and tips on foot position for gear selectors, please, so that I don't get more bruising tomorrow.
Wear your boots.
I've got my boots on, you know, bed.
She wasn't doing it in her slippers.
Did you have your table?
It may be just that the gear selector is not set up for you, unfortunately. I mean, if it was your bike, then I would say knock it up a spine or knock it down a spine till it fits you. But unfortunately, you can't really do that with a borrowed bike, can you?
No.
Wear thicker socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing. I mean, has anyone else got any input into this?
Okay, I help you.
Just ride around in first all day.
Well, you could always add a few layers of tape to the top of your boot and then remove it when you're done.
Oh, what? To make up for the misaligned gear lever?
Yeah, to make up for the gap.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Couldn't you just ask them if you've got another bike?
I really like it though. Other than like making my foot bruised, I really like the bike because it feels really solid, and it's the only 600 I've ridden, so I'm sure they all feel like that. But
What is it you're riding?
It's a divvy.
She's on a divvy.
Which
Like
one?
mine.
Right.
I feel really, really safe on it. It's a Y-Reg divvy. It's dead old, so the gearbox is a bit fucked, but I love it.
No. The divvies always sound like that.
Yeah, the gearbox is always fucked on a divvy, but
No, it just sounds like it. The gears are perfectly fine. They just clunk.
Yeah.
They've
No,
not fixed
I
that
know
on the
about
new one.
clunk.
They've not fixed it on the new divvies either.
No.
oh yeah.
No, seriously, there's a massive difference between my two bikes. The divvy is much clunkier.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you can. It's an audible through my helmet, and even my instructor's awesome. He took me on some really, really good twisty roads that were really good speed, national speed limit. So we had a bit of fun. I did kind of think one was a national speed limit, and it was only 30, and got in a bit of trouble for that. But he was quite happy to let me open the throttle up a bit, and so I've had some fun on it. The problem I've got is that at that speed with the wind and everything else, I can still hear it going clunk. So it is a noisy gearbox as well.
Don't worry about hearing it clunk because they do that. Mine does it all the time.
Yeah.
And also, when you're going into first, don't try and slowly push it in. Just ram your foot straight down on it quickly. It's far easier than trying to ease it in. Don't be soft with it. Really be hard with it. But you could try asking them if they can, alter the peg bit for you. Yeah. Not the peg bit.
What you could do is lubricate it before you ram it in. I always find
Oh, we all saw where that was going on.
Yeah. On a serious note, though, Dave, is it a massive job to change it and change it back?
What?
No, it's one bolt. You just undo one bolt, pull it out, move it one cog, push it back in, and do it up again. It's a 10mm bolt.
Yeah.
Pull it
You know
out,
what?
give
I'm
it a
going
twist,
to
push it
do
back
that
in.
tomorrow.
So where's the? Is it the going up? Is the stress? So it needs knocking down the spline.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other thing I would suggest as well is that you're probably quite tense at the moment.
Yeah, and I do think that I need to do penguin feet rather than.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed that. One thing I was saying.
I'm driving, my feet are splayed out in sideways. I don't
Yeah.
come in line.
Yeah, I think one thing that needs to be said, and I noticed this when Mrs. B was riding that SL125, is that she keeps her feet over the controls. You know, the brake, and sorry, the camera's reversed. It looks really weird, but the brake's on this side for me anyway, and the gears on this side. But she keeps them over the controls, and what you need to
Or
do is
under on my left foot.
yeah. And what you need to do is when you finish with the brake or you finish with the gears, you put your feet in the resting position and you just point your toes out a little bit so they're not in the way of the controls until you need them again. And that way you can relax.
So I need to go penguin.
Yeah, because if you're...
Are you,
When you do that, you can catch your toes when you're doing a sharp bend fast.
I personally find it easier to move my toes back onto the peg.
Yeah, obviously if you're going to go around a sharp bend and get your knee down, then you would move your foot. But if you're just cruising along, then you need to relax your feet and move them away from the controls, in whichever way you do that. But you don't need them hovering over the controls or under the gear lever or above it,
No,
because you'll strain your feet.
And Yorkshire Viper, what you just said, when I've got a bit more confidence in riding, I probably will. But at the moment, I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm probably going to need to change gear or brake at any moment. So I'm not comfortable pulling my feet right back. But I think, yeah, with a bit of experience and a bit more confidence.
Yeah, so you're hovering over the controls.
Yeah.
And you need to get your feet away, either pointing your toes out or pulling them back. Obviously, if you're going to try and get your knee down, pull your toe in. But
that'll be our next video.
You test.
Yeah, I did a video once of getting my knee down.
There is no way. Do you think you can pass your test by getting your knee down around a corner?
I don't think you fail for doing it.
I think you totally would.
I don't.
I think you get totally fail. Like if you had a loud exhaust, you totally fail. Because like, oh, the exhaust is really loud.
I'm going to ask my examiner.
Okay.
I will.
There you go. We'll find out. So ask your examiner tomorrow. Is it possible, or has anyone ever got their knee down and passed their test?
That's my instructor. He's told me some of the things people have done and failed. Idiots.
Do tell.
But when I meet the examiner, when I do my Mod 2, I will ask them.
Okay.
Probably best to get the result first.
Yeah, actually, maybe do it first, do your test, then ask about is it okay to get your knee down while you do your test.
No, I'm going to ask if getting your knee down is an instant fail.
I'm guessing they
Not
can't.
that I will have any intention of, but if it's done safely, they can't fail you
I
for
would
it.
suggest that they probably couldn't fail you for that, to
That's
be
what I
honest.
said.
Well, it's another point of contact which makes you a bit more stable, so...
I'll argue that. I can make that work.
What about elbow down, Marquez style?
Even better.
Or head.
Yeah, or like drag your hand on the tarmac, one of those moves as well. Is that illegal?
That's
I
one
think
thing
that
that
would be
they're all doing
classed as
it
not
down
having
in the
full
leg.
control of your bike.
What about face down in the tarmac?
That's probably an instant fail.
But if you don't come off the bike, kudos.
You're like, oh, the way you tank slapped and everything else and flayed your arms all over the place, but you stayed on. Great, you passed.
In fact, do you want to do a demo video of that, Kev?
Yeah.
Without your helmet.
I don't know if the electrics will last long enough.
If not, you can do an apology video.
Just make sure you've got your mirrors on, though, eh? Right, do you just want to nip to the Q&A?
Yeah. Skeggy. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Skeggy. That's a really good idea. A toe heel changer. No. And Skeggy, did we have that question in one of the first hangout quizzes about the year that the helmet law was introduced? Can anyone else remember?
I think you did have that, yeah.
I didn't write that quiz. So
No, you did the research, sir.
that was honestly just a random guess when I said 1973.
But that's probably why it's stuck in your head, because you did the research on it.
No, I didn't.
No, yeah, I'm sure you did the question during the quiz.
Not for the first one.
No, it wouldn't have been for the first one, but it was one of the quizzes.
Oh, I've done the research for a lot of them. Anyway, it's almost time. Mr. B's gone for a week. Have we got any more burning subjects?
Well, here's a quick question for you guys on the panel, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
If, like here in the United States, if you had the opportunity to ride without a helmet, would you do it?
No.
No.
No. Nope. No other chance.
My helmet has protected my head 4 times so far. 4 times I've come off the bike, and 4 times it's hit the ground.
To be honest, I'm that thick. I couldn't risk hitting my head.
I'll tell you right now. I think helmet laws are kind of dumb because if you don't want to, you know, it's cute. But for me, my helmet is protecting the rest of the world from my face. I'm not taking it off on my back.
I mean, if you think about it, it does delete the Darwin pole a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are correct. I have to protect the one brain cell I have left. So.
Shit, you have a whole brain cell.
Well,
I'm still trying to find the one I've got.
I forgot to charge mine.
But I know it's sort of odd here in the United States. I mean, I'm in the state of Kentucky, and right below me is the state of Tennessee. The state of Kentucky does not have a mandated helmet law. You can wear it if you want to, or you don't have to. But if you go down into Tennessee, you better have a helmet. So it's.
So do you ever ride without a helmet?
Americans are weird.
Here.
Nothing personal, Sarge, but they are a bit weird.
They are. It is weird. I mean, you can mandate a seatbelt law in every state, but you can't mandate a helmet.
Yeah, I think it's kind of stupid. I mean, honestly, I don't really think there should be helmet laws. It should be personal choice, because if it was something like a seatbelt in a car, I can understand it, but you're not going to put yourself on a bike unless there's a real thick, long, curly tooth retard got that one. You know, I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
I have to say, sorry, Bobby. I have to say, all these laws about anything like this, like helmet laws or anything else, I completely agree. I don't think there should be any laws about that, because then Darwin will sort the shit out.
No, it won't.
NHS
People will themselves out. Don't bring Darwin into it.
Oh, sorry, no. Yeah, basically, the gene pool will sort itself out, and the people that want to survive will wear crash helmets, and the ones that don't will just die off, and then, you know, we'll be a better race, maybe. I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, having said that, you wouldn't have the ability to learn from your mistakes.
And now you're straying into the
Yeah, but you learn from others. So, hey, that guy that did 200 miles an hour on the motorbike down the road, well, he hit a brick wall without a crash helmet, he died. So, do you know what? I'm going to wear a crash helmet.
Yeah, but if he was wearing a helmet at 200 miles an hour, he'd still die anyway because of the speed impact. The crash helmet's only really good up to about 30.
Unless you're in America, because then there will be some jackass who will look at that and say, "Dude, I could hit that wall faster, man."
But in America. You'll always get them, and basically that's how it is, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
But for me, I mean, I've seen so many accidents. I've seen so many injuries. I watched a video today, a random YouTube video, where this guy was teaching his son to ride. I don't know how, because the guy that was teaching his son was actually in front. But then the thing is that this guy, ultimately, his son come off, and he was wearing a pair of his son was wearing a pair of lace-up boots, as opposed to like, you know, proper riding boots, you know, ones that protect your shins and everything. And he said in the video, he's like, oh, I told him to wear, you know, proper boots, you know, where it protects your shin, but that my son wanted to ride lace-up shoes or trainers. And I was like, what? I wouldn't even let him on the fucking bike then, for Christ's sake.
Yep.
You know.
I've seen that video.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else. The thing that always makes me laugh, I do chuckle, I know it's bad, but when people do wear trainers and sneakers on bikes, and then when you see them come off on the videos, it always makes me laugh, because one of the first things you see fly past the camera is
The shoe.
And I do laugh at that point. I'm sorry, but I find that funny. I do find it funny. And they say, oh, he had a broken ankle. It's like, no shit. Some of his fucking trainer flying across the screen, man. Of course he broke his ankle. I know it's Mrs. B's pointing to the watch, but I thought, do you know what? After last week's terrible stream, I'm going to let it run over until 11:15. So we've got another 10 minutes of live entertainment for our viewers, because we love you.
Oh, you're a dove,
guys-
Mr. B.
Yeah, you guys can do that, but I've got to pick up my children, and I'm already like 3 minutes behind. So I am going to head out. But thank you so much, guys, for letting me hang out with you, because I love it every time. And
Oh, we love you, Bobby.
We love you, Bobby.
Thank you very much.
I love your blue shirt.
And
What's
I'll
up, you, Bobby?
come to see you as somebody I met.
Oh, man. So thank you so much, guys, and hopefully I'll see some of you guys on Tuesday.
Yeah, Bobby, and my poor Bobby might be offline when you come back anyway, so.
All right, cool.
All right, mate.
Have fun.
Yeah, Bobby.
I'm going to have to shoot as well, I'm afraid.
Guys, you've only just woke up. What are you on about? You know you go.
I'm going to work.
Oh, okay. All right.
Cheers, man. See you later, guys.
All right.
See you guys.
So, you know, in the UK then, Andy, you've got to wear a crash helmet. Is there any other law about wearing anything else, or is it just the crash helmet?
Just the helmet, that's it.
No,
And underwear.
So the other day, when I see a bloke on a Harley, he was wearing a singlet, an open-face crash helmet, a pair of shorts and flip-flops. And he was riding around Ipswich like that. Pardon?
What's a singlet?
Well, just a little vest. Just a little vest, a pair of shorts, a pair of flip-flops, no gloves, and just an open-face helmet. That's all he was wearing.
Yeah, he's within the law.
Yeah. I thought, what?
He's an idiot, but he's within the law.
We saw someone, Andy came to pick me up from my lesson.
Oh yeah, a vlog coming soon.
He came and picked me up on the bus because we drove there in the car and it took hours. Traffic's horrendous at the moment. So he came and picked me up on the bike, and on the way back, on Bridgefoot Roundabout, for anyone that knows Warrington, there was a guy on a quad bike in shorts, flip-flops, t-shirt and no lid.
Bloody hell.
Which I thought was exceptionally cool.
Yeah, but a quad isn't a motorbike, is it?
No, I know it's not, but I thought the same laws applied to quad bikes as
No.
well. Clearly they don't.
Trikes and quads, you don't have to wear a helmet, do you?
No.
No.
No. If it's more than two wheels, you're alright without a helmet.
Apparently, for some reason.
Yeah.
Because that gives you loads of protection having more wheels.
Quads never.
Do you know what? That's probably what the politicians thought. Oh, it's got three wheels. I don't need no helmet. Oh dear me. That's always fun. Right, should we go back to the Q&A?
Yes, go to Bex first.
Go to Bex. Oh, you can read it out as well then if you want.
So going back to my question about my bruised foot, Bex kept her toes over and under the controls on the XJ6 when she was training a lot too. On the Hornet, she moves them back because the position's a bit different, which would make it uncomfortable, so she just moves them back now.
Right. So I think...
And I think that's a confidence thing as well.
Yeah, because when you're confident, you'll be more relaxed and you'll move your feet back naturally anyway.
I won't be panicking and thinking, oh, I'm going to have to change gear any second now.
Yeah.
You've got to be wary of it as well, that if you've got your feet over or under the controls, it only takes a pothole and you're on the controls. Very easy
good
to
point.
change gear unexpectedly. And if you knock your gear down one, that could be a back wheel locked on.
That's a really good point. Thank you, Richard. It's one more thing for me to stress about tomorrow. Cheers, bud.
I did that at 45 once. I expected to change up a gear, and for some reason I changed down a gear. Instead, the back wheel just looked up solid.
The thing to think about is the gears on a bike have such a wide range of rev that putting your foot out the way, there is generally no reason why you would need to quickly change gear on a bike. Because as long as you're within the power band, well, I don't know what it is on the Divvy, but on my Divvy, as long as you're between 3.5 and 5,000 revs, you've always got power, you've always got engine braking.
Yeah, there isn't a power band on the old Divvies. There just isn't one.
Not like a two-stroke power band anyway, but.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've always
range.
You're gonna have so much overlap in the gears that there shouldn't ever be a reason for you to have to change gear quickly.
That's good to know, because that's something. Because as you know, I'm a little bit nervous about using the gears. That is something that's stressing me out, and that's the only thing that caused me to flap yesterday.
Yeah, you need to get it out of first quickly.
Yeah.
It's probably worth a good chat with him before you set off, because bike gears aren't like car gears either. You know, car gears, it's all about getting into the highest gear as quickly as possible. Whereas bike gears, it's about making sure you've always got power.
Yeah.
So you can get yourself out of a situation, or you've always got engine braking so you can get yourself out of a situation. So where in a 5-gear car you might be in 5th gear going down a 40 miles an hour road, you might be in 2nd or 3rd gear on a bike.
Yeah.
I have no idea about gears in a car either.
Right.
Yeah, because you've never driven a manual.
I can only drive an automatic.
Scooty!
Oh, fuck you.
Don't even say the B word.
Scooty!
Yeah, so you say the scooty, not B something.
Can you pass your bike test? Like you can your CBT? Can you pass your bike test on a what's that one you like, Andy? The big scooter?
Bergman.
The Bergman, yeah.
Bergman.
The Bergman, yeah. Can you pass your bike test on one of them?
I think they got gears.
One of the.
I think they got gears.
Automatic bikes, haven't you?
I don't think that can be well. Do you know what? I'll look into that, because if that's the case, then that needs changing straight away, because that's ridiculous.
Well, you can do your CBT on an automatic and still
yeah, but
ride
that's
the
the
gear
CBT.
bike.
But the bike, I mean, you've got automatic bikes now, haven't you?
We've had automatic bikes for years.
And
yeah, but I mean, like the VFR, your VFR is automatic, isn't it? If you want.
Yeah. Oh, and there's there's the twin clutch jobby thingy Honda, whatever it was I rode. Yeah, and they're automatic as well.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on about.
But that's a good question. I don't know. I honestly don't know. If you can actually pass your test on one of those, and then go on to ride whatever you like, that's wrong. It's seriously wrong, because there's no clutch or gear lever on those.
Well, lads, before we get any further, I've got to go, because I've got to get up very, very early tomorrow morning. I've got to go to work.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same. I've got to get up handy in the morning. So.
Yeah, I don't usually go to work very often, but tomorrow I've got to go.
Should we just do goodbye then? Because I was only run it till 15:15. It's like 4 minutes to, so
Go on
just
then,
do
mate.
goodbyes.
Okay.
So let's do it now. Let's do it. Goodbyes. So let's start with all the ones that need to go to work in the morning, like most of us. But anyway, so Andy.
Bye-bye, everybody. Have a nice weekend. And I always leave you with a little bit of advice, as you know. You've heard the old saying, you never know a man until you've walked a mile in his shoes. I'm telling you, don't. He's got fucking athlete's foot.
Very good.
Excellent. Okay, thank you for that, so Andy. Let's go to, who am I?
No, Kev wants
to... Oh, sorry, okay, Kev. Going.
Thanks, Vicky.
No!
See you later, people.
See ya, Kev.
See ya. You're not going to say bye?
I'd never say bye, I'll say later.
Andy, in the question and answers, you might have your answer there. Somebody's put, I'm doing my mod 1 and full test on a Bergman. It has a manual gears, but I still have to do a class auto.
Right. Since when has the Bergman been manual?
An A-class auto.
All right, I'll come back to it. I'll come back to that in a second. Oh crap! We'll carry it over. Come back because we're going to go off air. So bring that question or comment next week, and we'll do it there, and we'll crack on with that one. All right, buddy. We're saying goodbye, so it's coming up.
6600.
Yeah, McGee Chan 6600. Bring that question next week, mate. We'll use it. Right, so let's carry on with the goodbyes. Keith.
Bye, folks.
Excellent. The legend, Sergeant Markins.
Never say goodbye. I love you all.
Excellent. Smooth operator he is.
I was just a little bit sick of my mouth.
Yeah, it's a little bit sick. Who am I, UK number 1?
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the hangout. And I hope we're going to have a great time.
Okay, let's have a dramatic entrance or exit from Richard.
Yep, goodbye everyone. I'd like to say tonight has been 2.25 hours.
Come on.
Excellent. Cheers, Richard.
And I won't get it back either.
Well, yeah.
None of us will back.
It has been live, I could say that. So should we say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Do you want to do the Q&A saying goodbye as well?
Oh, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Do it better than me. Well, you have to control the house as well.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. John C says, good night all. First time watching, really enjoyed it. I hope you'll come back and join us again.
Yeah, come back next week. Join the panel.
Oh, we've got an answer. Learn to Ride Videos says, if you pass on an auto or semi-auto, you are restricted to that type of motorcycle, smiley face. Thank you for settling that one.
Oh, thank God for common sense.
I wonder why that doesn't apply in the CBT then.
Yeah, common sense.
No, the
no, just like
Yeah, neither applies in
the CBT debate. We'll put in our comments on that anyway.
So Cheshire Bike says, night everyone, enjoyed tonight. Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
Ta-ra.
Skeggy Cruiser says, night peeps, great hangout. Hopefully next time I'll feel a bit better and jump in quick. Winking smiley.
That's all, Skeggy.
Oh my god, it's gone mental. Beck says, good night.
Night.
Wow.
Hello, Bex.
Kiss.
Bye.
Night, Bex.
Biz says, good luck tomorrow, Mrs. B. Night all, Biz. Thanks, Biz.
Cheers, Biz.
Cheers.
Weggy ZZR says, night all.
Night all.
Becky boy.
And then we've got a couple of questions, comments, just to finish off. Red Grandy. Came home at 17 with a 250 motorbike and my mum flipped. Made me go for training. 1979, only BMF around then.
Awesome.
I thought he said his mum flipped it.
Clutch control now.
Right, quick question for the panel before we go off air. If you had to have a hot pink bike, what type of bike would you choose?
Harley.
Thank you, Dave. Harley. Andy.
Hot pink Harley.
What's up again, Andy? Who's still here even though you said goodnight?
I ain't got a bloody clue. I haven't got a clue. Honestly, a pink bike with me.
Hot pink.
Hot pink.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Like
what
fluffy handcuff hot pink.
It'd have to be a big one, so it'd have to be one like yours, Andy. It'd have to be a booster.
Oh, no! There's too much personal abuse as it goes.
High five. He's shaking his head now.
Sarge.
He stole my answer. I'm sorry.
No!
It's either a Harley or a Busa.
The Busa gets too much abuse. I've got my answer ready.
Calm.
I think it's obvious, isn't it? It's a Triumph Rocket 3.
Anki.
I'd get a chopper.
You've already got one, Keith. You're a legend.
Mr. Bean.
Obviously, it would be a Kawasaki Ninja, any Ninja, and it'll be in hot pink, you know, because it's a bit.
And on that note, and good night, Blue Ninja Rider.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the question, Deadhead, the legend that he is.
Sorry, thank you, Deadhead. Did like that question, thank you. On that note, we're going off air. Night all. Don't forget to ride safe.
Ride invisible.